Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Morehead City where a car crashed into a building earlier today. This is a look at some of the damage just after 8 a.m. this morning. Morehead City first responders were called to a report of a car that had hit a building on Arundel Street. Officials say Coastal Lighting Gallery was impacted by the crash when the driver accidentally hit the gas pedal instead of the brake pedal. Here's another look at that front damage. We'll actually get the banner down for you. You can see a little bit better. Now, no injuries, thankfully, were reported. 3 pillars were knocked down on the exterior of the building. There was also damage to the brick facade and windows of the business. Now, officials say there was also some impacts on the inside of the building, along with a budget rental truck that you can see off on the right-hand side of your screen that was also damaged due to flying debris. No charges are expected to be filed against the driver, according to city officials. And we also need to highlight 3 more measles cases have been confirmed in the state. This again leads to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services again have said 3 siblings had visited South Carolina during a large measles outbreak. The DHHS says that anyone who was in the Mission Hospital Emergency Department waiting room located at 509 Biltmore Avenue in Asheville between 2:30 and 6:30 a.m. on Sunday may have been exposed to measles. The department says it will contact those who have been exposed to determine if further action is necessary. This is the 6th case reported in North Carolina. Yesterday, the 3rd case was confirmed in Gaston County, and the 2nd case was reported in Polk County on December 31st. The 1st case was reported at RDU from an out-of-state traveler. Now, if symptoms develop, officials say call your local health department right away and stay at home unless seeking medical care. Public health officials are recommending that all unvaccinated individuals age 1 year and older receive the measles vaccination to protect themselves and those around them. The measles vaccine is also recommended for infants 6 months to 11 months old who will be traveling internationally or to areas with active measles outbreaks. And now for a look at your weather forecast. Right now, everything is looking fairly sunny across the east and warm as well. We're going to see a little bit of a cool down coming from today to tomorrow, but today we're still anticipating upper 60s to low 70s later on this afternoon. As you can see, we've got a few passing clouds over eastern North Carolina, but mostly clear skies right now across the state. A little bit more cloudiness down across South Carolina, but let's zoom it in and see exactly what's going on down at ground level in Washington. 66 degrees with a westerly breeze at 7 miles an hour. There again, you can see some of those streaky clouds overhead, certainly not the rain-bearing sort. So for today, looking at dry conditions. Air temperatures right now range generally in the low to mid 60s. We do have the upper 50s right now being reported across Beaufort as well as Cape Hatteras, but the rest of eastern North Carolina at 60 degrees or warmer. Now, most areas right now, again, are reporting warmer temperatures than what we saw 24 hours ago. That will be a theme that continues throughout most of today. Of course, the Outer Banks a little bit cooler, but winds out of the west right now are going to be shifting, almost doing a complete 180 by the time we reach tomorrow at this same point. So 24 hours from now. Right now, that westerly breeze blowing in generally at around 6 to 12 miles per hour. Here's a look at, again, what future winds are going to be doing. Later on tonight, those winds are going to go light, and that will allow them to swing back around to the northeast by the time we reach tomorrow morning at around 7 a.m. By tomorrow evening, we're looking again at more of an easterly breeze. Those winds are going to be coming in off of a cool Atlantic Ocean, and they will lead to a cool down for us here in the east. Air temperatures, again, going to drop by about 4, 5, 6 degrees from today into tomorrow, at least in terms of your high temperatures. Let's zoom the picture out, and you can see what we've got coming up next. Of course, we had the cold front last night roll through. You see that right next to the northern Outer Banks. That front, again, is going to continue to inch its way further out into the Atlantic. But our attention needs to be paid not to the system you're seeing up across Canada, extending its cold front down across Minnesota and into the Dakotas, but keep your eye on the area of low pressure south of Los Angeles. Now, it's Unusual for us to, again, be able to track low pressure systems that far out, but this is a system, again, that seems to have a lot of aspirations to become a more impactful low pressure system. By the time it gets across the Rockies at 9 a.m. on Thursday, it's really going to start to pick up more moisture out of the Gulf. With that said, it is going to be stretching out, and the more it stretches out, the weaker it generally becomes, or at least the weaker the showers and storms become along that frontal boundary. We'll see again more of a scattered rain effect, anticipating again some drops coming down possibly as early as Friday, but those are going to be more coastal showers as we head into your Saturday and Sunday. That's when that cold front is going to be sweeping its way over the east. But let's again zoom it in a little bit closer and see what we've got here over the next 48 hours for today. Mostly, if not completely, sunny skies as we head into the afternoon. Coming up for tomorrow, a little bit more cloud cover. Should be high-level clouds initially, and then those clouds may get a bit thicker as we head through your Thursday evening. Again, Friday, an opportunity for possibly a few drops out there, but certainly nothing you need to go changing your plans over, and it may occur early on in the morning when, well, most of us are still in bed. But again, more rain. It's going to be a very light rain event over the weekend. The problem is it's just going to stretch itself out, and that's going to lead to lingering cloud cover and lingering rain chances from Saturday all the way into Sunday. Once we get done with Sunday, though, air temperatures are going to be tanking, going from 75 degrees Saturday to 60 degrees on Sunday, down into the mid to upper 40s by the time we reach next Monday. Of course, it will come with air temperatures in the upper 20s coming up for your Monday morning and Tuesday morning. So the taste of really an early spring that we've enjoyed so far this week going away completely as we make our way through next week. 46 degrees Monday turns to 55 on Tuesday, 56 by the following Wednesday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.